Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we go be in Georgia with it, y'all. Clayton County. So hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Help me get there, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Now check this out. Imagine you a mother. You got a 19-year-old daughter. She has some problems with her boyfriend. She tried to break up with him, and you know it's always the ones that don't want to go to abusive funds. And then they feel like if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. Okay, then you go through that. Naturally, that unfolds. The man strangles your daughter. Kill her. Now he goes to jail, and they're going through the motion, well, not the motion, the trial. And he is found guilty, y'all. They give the man life in prison. He out of here. You happy. Ooh, y'all won y'all case. You go home, and then, a couple of months go by, and then all of a sudden, they let him out. He had 3 cases in all. He had 1 case, an old case. It had got dismissed, or the other case got dismissed. They get to the murder, it's case closed. So, but they supposed to, this is what you call human error, y'all. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. This is human error. This is when a person is at work talking. Talking instead of paying attention to what's really going on. Hey, y'all going to lunch? Yeah, bring me back a hamburger. No, sister, you know what? I'm going to ride with you, man. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, I'm going to ride with you. I'll do this when I get back. Matter of fact, let me tell you now. Okay, yeah, 1 case, that one closed. Okay, well, this one done too. Let me see, 1, 2. He don't got no holes. Oh, okay, he can get out. He don't got no holes. All his cases is done. When they supposed to move the screen up a little bit and sync the outcome of the case, and it would have told him, the man got life in prison. You telling me y'all letting people out who got life in prison? They let him out, y'all, by accident. Didn't even call the mama and tell her. This man was on the run. No, and I take that back, y'all. He was not on the run. He was at home. His mama house. Yeah, well, you know why? Because they let him go. He don't even know what the fuck is going on. He called his mama. She's like, yeah, they let me out. Can you pick me up? Pick you up? Where you at, baby? I'm in front of the jail. You in front of the jail? Boy, is you playing? No, mama, they let me out. Naturally, mama goes get the boy. She picks him up. She looking at the paperwork like, what the hell is this? They let him out. And she like, the paperwork looked legit, the document, because they was. He had to walk past all these guards. Let me tell you how when you get out go, y'all. According to my time in the county jail, when you get out. When you get your bond slip or you being released. Whatever deck you on, they got to come get you. Take you to a clothing room. You take off the DOCs, put on the clothes that you originally had. They put them clothes on. Then you got to walk and be escorted out. So a guard that's going to escort you out, he'll walk with you. Y'all might pass 7 or 8 tiers with inmates on it. They be, hey, what's up, Joe? Hollering and all that shit. They tell you, don't talk to them niggas, don't wave or nothing. Because if you do, they'll send your ass back in there. This is just how mean they be. They can't keep you, but they can keep you for a few more hours if they want. So you got to do all that, walk past them cells. Then you get to an interlock. It's an officer in another little room. He's sitting there. The officer with you, and you got to hold up your release paper like this. You put it up. and he match it to your ID. You got an ID that you show him that, they go look at it and let you out that door. Then you got to go downstairs and do it again. Another person, show him your ID and everything. Alright. And you have to go through all that to get out. So it ain't just like you went out one door by mistake. You had to go through the whole process. And that's why I say this is human error, because his release papers was legit enough to make it from the top of the jail all the way down to the exit. And even when you get outside, y'all, you still got to go through another little booth that brings you into the facility. You got to go out through there, and you got to show them police your paperwork. You got to go through a lot of officers before you get out on that street. So he had to go through all that and get out. And he waited on his mother to pick him up. That had to take a while because he had to go out there, get a phone, and do all that. So he was standing out there, and nobody noticed. They ain't have to double check his paperwork because they know if he made it out this far, everything is legit. That's crazy, y'all. That's really crazy. And they let that man out, and his mama picked him up. He went home. He was on the run, or I won't say the run. He was at his mama's house for 2 weeks. He wasn't hiding or nothing. Eating his mama cooking, and every day they probably like, this is crazy, babe. They let you out. So what happened to the life in jail? Ma, I'm telling you, look at the paper. Damn. Now, this is how they find out the nigga missing, y'all. He get ready to go to the penitentiary. They come to get him. It's a bus coming to get him. And they come down there. They got paperwork to his name. Okay, we coming to pick up the guy that got life. The other nigga with 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Let's say they got 20 people they come to pick up. They got all they 20 people. They got 19 people. Okay, we missing one. Who? Guzman. Guzman? Let me see. Ain't no Guzman here. He like, yeah, we looking for Guzman. He got life in penitentiary. Okay, let me look his name up. Zemo Guzman. Guzman been released. How the fuck is he released and he got life in jail? Well, I don't know. It shows say he was released in this computer. Then they started looking for him, y'all. And it didn't take them long because the first address they went to was his mama's house. And guess what? She was there and he was there. She didn't get in no trouble or nothing. Why? Because they let him out. She picked him up. One of the news people go ask, well, she gonna be charged. Let me show y'all some of this.
Captured. I think I'm going to take a nap within the next hour. I haven't been sleeping well, so I am relieved.
A paperwork mistake led to him walking out of a jail in Georgia 2 weeks ago. Today, he was cuffed in his mom's house right here in Central Florida.
I need the world to know that Kathan is not who they say he is.
That's the mom.
Violent.
His mom.
Not out to harm anyone, and he was never on the run.
Tonight, Fox 35 has live team coverage of the hunt for a killer.
Well, it is a tale of two moms. One was scared that the man who killed her daughter was coming after her.
The other defending her son, the convicted murderer. Kathan Guzman was convicted of strangling his 19-year-old girlfriend to death. 2 weeks ago, he was released from jail by mistake. It turns out he's been here in Central Florida the whole time. His own mother drove across state lines to pick him up and bring him back home. We have live team coverage of the story tonight. Stephanie Buffamonte spoke with the mother of the woman Guzman was convicted of killing. But we begin with Fox 35's Matt Trezza, who just spoke with the mother of that convicted killer. And Matt, she says she did nothing wrong.
Yeah, she says she went
She got him, she picked him up, she brought him back here. She says she didn't think that anything was wrong, and she said that I asked her, was it strange that they just released him from the jail and you brought him home? She said everything, all the paperwork looked in perfect order.
He was released with no instruction on where to go, what to do, what to follow up with. Nothing.
Iris Guzman says the Clayton County Jail in Georgia gave her every indication that her son, Kathan, was able to return home.
This looks like an official release. On paper, there was nothing binding him to that facility. There was no instruction on where to go.
So she says she took him home to Ocoee.
That's why they didn't go to.
Okay.
And not knowing any other way to find out what's going on, I can't leave my son on the streets.
Iris Guzman says for 2 weeks back in Florida, Kathan made no effort to hide. In fact, they tried to reestablish his residency here.
No, there was no effort to hide anything. We weren't hiding anything. We've been here.
This morning, residents say this quiet street was suddenly packed with law enforcement officers and a helicopter overhead when they took Kathan Guzman back into custody.
I think there was a helicopter flying around over top. It must have been about, I would say maybe about 17, 18 cars.
Yeah, they looking for
now we reached out to the state attorney's office and the U.S. Marshal's office to see whether Iris Guzman may be facing any charges in the bringing of her son across state lines back into Florida. They say there are so far no charges that they're aware of. Live in Ocoee, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Matt, thank you. Our live team coverage continues now.
Fox 35's Stephanie Buffmonte spoke to the mother of the woman who Guzman was convicted of killing. Stephanie.
Yeah, so she tells me she is just feeling so relieved right now to find out that Guzman is back behind bars here in Orange County, but is still trying to wrap her head around the fact that this happened to begin with. So he killed her daughter, Delilah, and he was supposed to be serving a life sentence, convicted of strangling her to death. She was just 19 when she died. Her mom, who lives in Kissimmee, was so scared when she found out the Clayton County, Georgia jail in Georgia released him by mistake, especially now today to learn that he was found in Orange County, not far from her home. She's feeling grateful to know he's back behind bars, but has a lot of questions as to how this happened.
I am relieved. I am relieved that he has been apprehended and in custody. I think I'm going to take a nap within the next hour. I haven't been sleeping well, so I am relieved. I feel as if a mistake should be classified as a name error or an age error or something simple, not a release of a convicted and sentenced killer. That's not a mistake. I mean, I don't understand how he walks past so many people and no one knew that this gentleman was supposed to serve life with the possibility of parole in prison.
Now, as you can imagine, this has been a lot for Delilah's family to process. Her mom tells me that she was going through the process of grieving. She had moved past the case, past the trial, felt comforted in knowing that he was going to serve life in prison. Now she says she feels uncomfortable, and she says she's going to continuously reach out to the DA's office to make sure he is still behind bars. Reporting live in Orlando, Stephanie Buffmonte, Fox 35 News.
See? Now, ain't that crazy, y'all? That's crazy. If I was the convicted felon, mama, I would sue they ass for pain and suffering. My child had natural life, and they sent him home with papers saying it was like he was finna be home. I thought the motherfucker was home, y'all. Didn't know what was going on. And you heard what the lady say, how did he walk by so many people? Ain't that what I said? So many people. And then listen to the thing the other lady said too also. The reason he was released, it was nothing binding him to that jail. That's why they let him go. I said that also. I said they looked at him and they looked at his paperwork. I mean, like, okay, this case done, that one done. Okay, he don't got no holes or nothing. But they should have knew when he get that time that, okay, well, his paperwork and his name going over here, he's supposed to been on shipment is what they call it, y'all. Shipment have their own list. But all your court dates are done. So whoever did that paperwork, they made the error. When they noticed he didn't have no more court date, they supposed to look on a separate paper like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's why he over here for shipment. They supposed to have him in another area. And they didn't know he was gone until them people come down and pick him up. Boy, whoever had his paperwork, I know they find that motherfucker. He or she is finna be out of damn job. Yes, they is out the damn job. Plus, you got the U.S. Marshals have to come out and work. And I bet they said, what? He gone. How the fuck he get out? He didn't escape. Y'all let him out. He ain't even a damn fugitive. What the fuck? He's just a returnee. We got to pick him up. Basically like an EM return. That's crazy. Do you know what? That's what they call you when you're on house arrest and you run. They call them an EM return. That's electric monitor return. Man, I've been on house arrest a lot. Do you know that on the house arrest boxes now, they got the little bitty phone that ring? Now me, I always had my own phone. I never had house arrest where I didn't have my own phone. But one year they gave me the box with the little phone on it. Man, they was calling me every other day. I heard that little thing. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm thinking, oh, did I go too far? Now I get back, what? My phone ain't ring, so I ain't thinking nothing of it. Finally, I'm sitting in the room one day with the box, y'all. And I hear, I'm like, what is this? I said, hello? She's like, hello, Mr. Jewett. I said, yeah. Why you ain't been answering your phone? I said, I didn't know. Is that what this little sound is? She like, yes. I'm like, man, this little thing ring all the time. And she like, yes. I said, well, y'all ain't came or said nothing. She said, because you be at the house. We looking at like he at the house. But why he ain't picking the phone up? I didn't know what the ring was, y'all, because it didn't sound like a ring like that. It was just like a little odd, something like that, you know, something I'm unfamiliar with, you know. But they never violated me or nothing because I'm sitting in the house. Hell, and if I'm in the house, what the fuck you calling me for? I don't need to talk to you every day. Hell, they didn't call me like that when I had my own phone. They only called me when something was wrong. You know, so, but it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think about this story, man. That is crazy, man. Listen, but dude, I don't know about him. Man, you got life in jail, bruh. Listen, y'all. And I ain't trying to be funny. God rest in peace for this woman. He killed his goddamn girlfriend, so he got nowhere to go. Ain't no bitch to fuck with him. Listen, can you imagine if he called the bitch hello? Oh, what you doing out? No, you can't come see me. No, you killed your girlfriend and I'm not finna fuck with you, man. I'm sorry, we cool, but I can't fuck with you, man. I heard you got life. Yeah, what the fuck you doing out? You ain't escaping nothing, cause I ain't see no reward for your ass. But no, I ain't fucking you. Bye. Click. I know if he called bitches, they like, oh, no. Because I heard you get violent. You done start strangling bitches. You wasn't doing that with me and you was fucking around. And then I was the side bitch too. You might been trying to clean house, man. You done got rid of the main bitch. Now you figure, since I got life already, I might as well strangle every bitch that ever wronged me. You called me a name one time, bitch. I'm strangling you. I'm strangling you. I'm strangling you. And they done let me out for 2 weeks. Shit. Could you imagine if that happened to you? I have 3-4 bodies by the time I get back to jail. Like, yep, I caught 2 more ops I was looking for. I caught that nigga. I caught this nigga. Shit, yeah, I better get back in jail now because shit, they'll be trying to charge me with all them. But what can you do to a nigga who got life already, y'all? You hear me? I'm going to say it again. What can you do to a nigga who got life already? Nothing. That's what you can do to him. Nothing. When you can do something to him when he get in the max joint, put that motherfucker in solitary confinement. You know, you're not around no people. Trust me, that's a big difference. Being in the whole boy, that is something. You there by yourself, it just, if you ain't got no book to read, or you don't have a raw imagination where you could think about something, you know, you be fucked up. I went to the hole, y'all. When I got out, I was so happy to get back on the deck. I got there, and I think I watched TV all fucking day. I'm sitting up there on the rail, this close to the TV. I'm like, shit, I've been in the hole 7. I was only there 7 days. I'm happy in the motherfucker, yeah. You can eat, you talking to people. What's up, Mo? What's up, Mo? What's cracking, Joe? What's cracking? It's you out, G here, yeah, man. They had me down there. And this how shady they play you, right? I was down there 7 motherfucking days. Actually, it was 6 days because they let me out a day early. The day they come to get me, they brought the nigga on the day. Now he on the hole. Now I got somebody to talk to, right? When they lock him in the cell, I'm like, what's up, man? What's up, man? I'm starting a conversation because I ain't talked to no motherfucker in 7 days. Here the officer, when he lock him in, I'm tired now. He opened my cell. What the fuck you opening my door for? He step out. Step out? Fuck you mean step out? I'm finna holler at this nigga. No, you finna go. Oh, man. But I didn't stay. Shit, I'm like, shit, fuck it, I'm gone. I'm out of here. That's crazy, ain't that something? They ain't want me to have nobody to talk to. You know why? Because this is a punishment. This is punishment. You on a whole deck by yourself. A whole deck by yourself. When you in the hole, ain't nobody to talk to. Only time you know what time it is when the guards change shift. They come in the morning, at 7 o'clock. They leave at 3. 3 o'clock shift come in, ting, ting, ting. You hear him come. He ain't got the count because they but what motherfucker out there. He walked down there looking there, peek on you. Then here it is, 11 o'clock. He relieved. Now it's another officer coming on. Now you got to know what time it is. 7, 3, and 11. That's it. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp. Everybody, favorite baby daddy, voice of the street. I'm a punch you now, dig you later. I'm out of here.